to the Migrant Tribe, stories from our journey down under. So we're now in episode 20. So again, thank you for joining the tribe.
Mm.
So for this, I'd like to call in the other members of the tribe. So first of all, call in John. John, how have you been doing? Anything
Hi.
special?
As usual, trying to make a living and at the same time pursuing the dream. So busy on the financial side and busy as well on the dream side.
Well
Very
done.
much.
Mm.
Thank. Good, John. And long time no here, Joey. How's everything with
Yes,
you?
been out for a while. Really just pushing on some opportunities out there. Like John, yeah, just pushing and pushing right now. The industry that I'm in is still in limbo, but there's so much opportunity that we can work on and capitalize on. That's why I'm just keep pushing it. So yeah,
Good. Nice to
that's
hear that.
yeah.
Okay. And of course, Jasmine, what's keeping you busy?
Hello, good evening. Same. Hustle a lot. Been busy with many stuffs for my um a few passion business sis.
Nice to hear that.
That's
Good.
nice.
Passion.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, we're in episode 20 of the Migrant Tribe. So today, our topic will be about personal branding. Okay, so maybe most of us will probably think that personal branding only works for people in business or people are like or authors or maybe bloggers, so a few salespeople or also people who are in the creative. But actually, uh, personal branding can help us succeed. So to start us off, I'd like to call in Jasmine. Jasmine, uh, why is personal branding important?
Um, Being a marketing person, truly believe personal branding is very critical to the success and slash if you don't do anything with it, failure. Um, and Having that belief in it will make a whole lot of difference on what you do or you want to do. So and a lot of people don't believe in that. It's just like, yeah, just do, the traditional way of doing things,
Things. Yep.
like, do what you love doing, which is
Yep.
good, then keep, but without thinking. I think if you believe in personal branding, will make you think more long term, will give you a different mindset of being more cautious about yourself, how your values are aligned with what you actually do,
Yep.
and your circle, if it's aligned to your personal values. For me, that's my personal take on it,
Good.
because that is you, and that's how you are being perceived externally. That's why it's as important as your vision and mission, I guess. I mean, more than the business, for
Yep.
yourself, and yeah, and your purpose. So that's how important, how critical it is to have to believe in personal brand, have a strategy for your personal brand, and be mindful
Yep.
of every small and big steps you take
Yep.
every day, short and long term, on the impact of that to your personal brand. So yeah, I can, yeah, this it's a very passionate and exciting topic that I always want to speak about. But yeah, that's my take.
Okay.
What about you?
Heavy.
Okay. Thank you. So you really think like personal branding is very critical to succeed for success.
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, as young as you are, start with it, and there's no age, even if
Yep.
at any age where
Yep.
you're right
Yep.
now, work on it if
Work
you
on your branding.
haven't,
Yep.
or if you let that pass, for whatever reason, regain it,
Yep.
because ultimately it is something that you will carry, that is you and your legacy,
Yep.
to everything that you do, more than the business, like, your family, your values,
Exactly.
the generations. And that's how, I and the current world has equipped us
Yep.
with many tools, to build that personal branding. Unlike probably 25, 30 years ago, when this technology are not available at the
Available.
time.
Yep.
But we still learn from these people
Hmm.
who have made a difference on their personal branding.
Okay. Well, thank you, Jasmine. So now let's go to Joey. What's your take on this personal branding?
Well, to add, well, I think she had really put out there the importance of personal branding.
Yep.
Now, probably what I could add here is how you can actually take steps further to execute that,
Of
right?
course. Yep.
So I have this star, STAR.
Ooh.
Okay, star
Yeah.
means you need to
Five
stand
stars.
out.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
as for stand out, because you have to stand out for something. You cannot just be in between, because if you're in between, people would not have anything to actually listen to. I mean, to what you say or to what you put out there in I mean in social media. Just for example, if you are, let's say for example me, I'm a cyclist and I'm also a businessman. I stand out for the cycling community, and that in effect, I create an idea of trust out there, which is the T, um, meaning we can actually enjoy our life or our also our whatever we're doing through actually this building your community, your tribe, which is trust, and then you have a tribe there, right?
Yep.
And then the next thing is you have to have the A, which is the authority. You can either have really an actual knowledge or experience of what you've done in the past,
Yeah.
or probably a results based or research based information from somebody else,
Yep.
which you can actually recommend or share out there. And in a way, if you are complemented with all the knowledge that everyone and experts or industry experts out there that you bring along with you, that establishes your authority on what you speak about, because you made sense. You just don't say it out there. You just won't put out there something that's not really relevant. Now the last thing is, most importantly, is the results. You got to talk what I mean. You got to walk your talk, because if you don't, obviously people would I
Yep.
mean, what's the purpose of you saying or your brand itself? What does it speak if you cannot have a proof, or you haven't really put out, let's say, battle hardened scars. I mean, just like me, I cycle. I get also my scars on my cycling. I did 214K, or last time,
Oh,
um, yes, I did 218 kilometers around the bay with my community, and this club that we are at. I mean, I think just the presence that we can do it, and that the purpose of the mental health, our ideas that we're trying to put out there, like our causes. Why do we do this? You got to put it the hard work. If you don't put a result, you don't have a proof. I think, I mean, at the end of the day, everything is fake if you don't put it out there and
Yep.
there's no proof. So that's for me. I hope again that is STAR. So that's actually you need to stand out. You have to have that trust, build that trust, and the authority and results
Okay. Thank you,
for branding.
Joey. Thank you for your star-studded advice. So to everyone out there, don't just be between, be a star. Okay.
Between
Okay.
that's a good one.
So thanks, Joey. Thanks. Now, like to call on the author of the group, Mr. John. Can you say
yeah.
about personal branding?
I know that if I'm not with the plug, uh, I miss a lot. So this night's conversation is a proof that we are not only imparting our knowledge, we are not sharing it with the community or with the tribe, but we ourselves are learning from each other.
Yep.
So and what is good is we are not only theoreticians, but we um, we are practitioners as well. So we put theories into practice. We try it. We applied. Sometimes we failed a lot, but what we do is we just keep on pushing the boundary until we can get the result that we wanted. As with the pin, we we are a witness on how she tried, and tried and tried. So keep on marching pin. And with Joey, no matter how many bruises he will behaving, but he's pushing his boundary, not only the physical side but the mental side as well. So as always, I'm happy to be here, and I'm compensating tonight because I've been away
Nice,
as well
nice to
as well
be.
for a while.
Nice that
And
you're
to
here.
continue with our topic, so it says building brand view. So uh, because with branding, there is a corporate branding, there is a brand or a
Yep.
product branding, but our topic tonight is about you as a person or you as a brand. And maybe on my part, it is more of giving an insight on what I've experienced because I started as a writer. The paid writing I did before was when I was a speech writer of a politician,
Hmm.
and I was being paid for $100, 100 pesos, and a hamburger, Jollibee. So I feel insulted, but since it was my passion,
Yep.
I
Yeah.
carried on. And because the session is on a Tuesday, sorry, the session during the time was on a Monday. So I give 50% of the speech, privilege speech on a Friday night. And I told the politician that I'll come to your office on a Monday.
Yep.
Then the session will start at 2 o'clock. I arrived there at 12:30. 1:30 I finished the speech. Then after the session, modesty aside, I was hired. So
Look at
if,
that.
On the spot.
if,
Yep.
if you if you do not if you do not know the value of yourself, then you'll end up cheap, as what I've experienced as a writer. Because um, even before we were told time and time again that there is no money in writing, but it's all about how you uh, present yourself and how you package the skills that you have. So from being a writer, I moved into being an author, which you all know as well that I already printed, published, and an accomplished author at that.
Yep.
And by being an author, that will lead you as a brand to become an authority. So being an author, you become an authority.
Oh,
So you write
that's where it came from.
what you know.
Authority. Okay.
So you can say that you write this thing,
Hmm.
and you know that you know. So that is the beauty of being a writer, because you write what you know. You cannot write what you do not know, or else it will be an empty page or empty pages.
Makes sense. That
Joking.
makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. And but because we would like to convert things or ideas into monetary value. So from being an authority, then we can brand ourselves as an authorpreneur, a combination of an entrepreneur and an author. So it's always a journey. So
Yep.
as you mature, you learn that this is this kind of process, and you need to get through the process, and you will mature as well in the process, because once you get through from the writer to author to authority to entrepreneur, then sort of you are breathing the unknown world, because you've been through the process, and although that there will be surprises along the way, you'll not be scared anymore, because you've done that. So you have faith in yourself. So as you have faith in yourself, you exude in the public as an author.
Hmm.
You can see your aura as an authority, and then opportunities come. So that
Yep.
is applicable to me anyway, as what you've experienced, and understood on how I did with my business as well.
Okay.
That's my take for tonight.
Okay, thank you, John. So you're kind of saying like you, if your brand kind of started out as being an author, but kind of it moved on to something else. So that's great. That's good. So I guess had you not tried branding yourself that way, you probably wouldn't have. Maybe it would have been, but it probably would have been different. But you probably wouldn't have come across those opportunities
Yep.
had you not taken out yourself as an author and then eventually
Yep.
into something else. Thank you.
And I add a little bit to connect with the team's ideas and experience as well.
Mhm.
Um, Although there are lots of opportunities, even with Joey's, because all of us are branding ourselves.
Yep.
Um, uh, Even though there are lots of opportunities, because we are a testimony as well to ourselves that once we open ourselves to the world, then
Mhm.
opportunities keep on coming in.
Yep.
But sometimes you get drawn with a lot of opportunities and you end up having a little here, a little there, and not a major headway or a major success.
Mhm.
Um, so it happened to me as well because sort of because of my brand, too many people would like to have a piece of me and be an ambassador of sort to promote or
Mhm.
to be part of their product. But it's all about passion and purpose. If it if it does not align to their product or services, there's no point for you to get there, even though they're going to pay you money because uh, the the financial aspect is just temporary, and
Yep.
it might end up in the long run. It will confuse your marketplace, or it will
Exactly.
confuse your supporter. So a supporter. So with me, even though I'm having gray hair, so I'm careful with how to use my brand skill.
Good. Good. That's a good point you mentioned. It kind of just reminds me of some famous brands who actually, I guess they were so good at certain fields, but they kind of over branded themselves, getting into other brands that they weren't. Of course, then again, you if you didn't try, you wouldn't have known. But there's also a bit of limit on what also your brand can be. So there's focus, and there also there's also realize when to expand. Okay, now for my part, I'll just throw this in as my part of tonight's episode. Um, for me, one critical aspect of personal branding is one's consistency. Okay, the importance of consistency. Let's take, for example, a very famous brand. Let's say McDonald's. I can walk into any McDonald's outlet and order a Big Mac, and pretty much it will taste the same as this Big Mac I probably ate before, or in any other outlet I may go into. It'll be because it's consistent. They standardized it in such a way that it will taste pretty much the same. So in the same way, our own personal branding should be consistent. Let's say part of your personal branding is that you're hardworking and very dependable. Okay, so that's an aspect of your branding that should be always present, regardless of what company you work for or which what type of work is given to you. But of course, results will not always be the same because there are other factors that are involved. But at the very least, your customers, your clients, your colleagues, your boss will always expect that basic, uh, hardworking, and dependable trait that you have, that you come in every day and bring to your work. Okay, so for me, that's the important one critical aspect of branding, personal branding. Okay, so I guess that's it. So I guess
Mhm.
anyone want to add anything else?
Like you just said, the consistency.
Yep.
Yes. I think the most, yeah, correct. Day in, day out. people would actually really see. That's the beauty of technology, but that's also a counterintuitive, right? Because once you put out there and you don't show that you're consistent,
Yep.
people can right away see, okay, that's not congruent to whatever is actually putting out there. So there's a lot of transparency going on, and the only best way for you to really keep that integrity is really, I mean, keep it really, I mean, who as you are, as genuine as you are, and be consistent to what you're trying to do. So I think it's really, I like that idea of consistency, and I hope that helps a lot with everyone too.
Well, thank you. And again, thank you to all our viewers. I hope you learned something from the group today. And again, continue watching the Migrant Tribe. And yeah, and as we try to get better and come up with very good and nice content. So thank you again and bye.
Right.
Bye,
Watch
Bye.
out.
everyone.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.